Hi, I'm Jess with USA Outdoors. Today we're going to install a KeelShield on my boat so you'll know how to install it on yours. For the installation of your KeelShield, you're going to need these items. Some masking tape. I recommend automotive masking tape. This will not leave a sticky residue on the hull when we take it off in later steps. Some paper toweling. A couple latex gloves. Some isopropyl alcohol. When rubbing down your hull, isopropyl alcohol will not leave a residue like a lot of other cleaners will. You're going to need wax pens. I have two crayons here, a black and a white. With your KeelShield, it comes with an adhesive activated wipe, a scuff pad, and a squeegee. The first thing you want to do is lay your KeelShield out in your driveway. The sun beating down on it is going to make it more pliable, which is going to help with installation later. While your KeelShield is out in the driveway, we can start prepping the boat. Now you need to make sure your hull temperature, not the air temperature, but the hull temperature is 70 degrees. Failure to do so could lead to adhesive failure down the road. Next, we need to mark the top of where our KeelShield will start. You need to know where your resting water line is. When I washed my hull last time, I left part of the grime on here, so I knew right where my water line was resting. We can wash this off before we put the KeelShield on. You need to measure 6 to 9 inches above the resting water line, which is right here. Well, 6 to 9 inches is right here. Take your black crayon or white crayon, whatever you need, and mark that right there as the center. Now we left this in the driveway for about a half an hour, and you can already see how pliable and flexible this is. That's perfect. That's how you want it to be. Now what you want to do is pull it all the way up to the water line that you have marked. Now keep in mind, you need to find the exact center of this KeelShield. You're going to want to count in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th rib is the dead center. So now you want to pull this up right to that line. And what you're going to want to do is take your black crayon and you're going to want to trace this entire KeelShield all the way down your hull. Now for this, a second person is very valuable to help you with this step. Once we get our area marked off with our crayon from our KeelShield layout, we need to take our masking tape and start taping off the area. Next step is very important. We need to take the alcohol and some paper toweling, and we need to wipe down inside the taped off areas until your paper toweling comes in clean. Now take the scuff pad that is provided and gently scuff the area you have traced around. If you have any loose paint in this area, you will need to remove the loose paint with a fine grit sandpaper. You do not have to apply strong pressure. All you want to do is remove the gloss from this area. Now that we have the entire area scuffed off, we need to take our toweling paper and alcohol and re-wipe down the entire area. As you can see, I do have my latex gloves on. We want to prevent getting our hand oils on the clean surface after we get done wiping it. We do need to wipe it again until it comes back perfectly clean. For the next step, we're going to want to be in a well-ventilated area. You're going to want to take your KeelShield adhesive activation wipe, remove it from the package, and wipe down your taped off area. Being careful not to unravel it too quickly as the contents will evaporate. After applying the activation wipe, we need to wait at least 5 minutes before removing the masking tape. Next, we are going to want to take a white crayon and mark our entire center rib to help with our alignment process of our keel shield. Next, we will be installing our keel shield, while we be sure not to touch the activation wiped area. We're going to need to peel about 1 foot of our center tape only on the keel shield. Now we need to pull it up to the area we previously marked off as our center on our rib. We need to line up our white line with the center rib to the center rib of the boat. Now we only have one shot at this, so we have to make sure we do this right, as it is very hard to remove later on. Now slowly follow your rib down, pressing on the center only. Now that we have our keel shield started, we can pull back the tape 1 foot at a time and carefully align the keel shield with the hull, pressing down on the center rib. A second person would come in handy, if possible, to help keep your keel shield centered down the bottom of your boat. Now that we have the center of the keel shield applied to the boat, we can go ahead and remove 1 foot of the backing. Now taking your fist, you're going to want to roll this on. Doing this prevents air pockets from forming underneath your keel shield during installation. Now that we have the one side attached, we can go to the other side, remove the backing tape, and repeat the same step as you just did. Now that your keel shield is attached to your hull, take the squeegee applicator that is provided and use the felt edge to apply pressure in the grooves and also to the rises. Pay special attention to all edges. This adhesive system is pressure sensitive, so the key for the best bond is pressure. Now that we have the keel shield installed, we recommend you take a marine grade sealant and apply it to all around the edges of the keel shield. This will provide a bond between the keel shield and the hull. And last but not least, proudly displaying your KeelShield sticker on your boat. I'm Jess with USA Outdoors. Thanks for watching.